Hey there, thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to be doing a product review. I had Julie from JMB Living Journals reach out to me asking me if she could send me a couple of things to review so I can go over with my viewers her products. She creates journals and they're really unique. I haven't seen anything like this on the market before, so I was pretty interested in going over everything with you. So I'll get into all of the detail here in just a second, but I just wanted to kind of leave this here to show you guys the packaging. So these are quarterly journals, and every single journal will come with some free gifts. This is the first journal for the winter, which is the first quarter of the year, and then this is the journal for the second quarter of the year. So the first quarter of the year, you got a little bookmark. So the journals, JMB stands for joyful, mindful, and balanced. And these journals are journals that will help you live with a positive mindset and have more intentional living. Oh, I did not expect the stars. All right, so in addition to this bookmark, you also get a beautiful magnetic bookmark. I like this one because it has like a really nice woven linen texture to it, but it still has a little bit of sheen, which I think is really cool. Another thing that I really like about these journals is you'll see the aesthetic as soon as I open them up, but they're just very neutral and very just aesthetically pleasing. So the first edition also came in with a little letter about the journal itself and how to use it and why she created this journal as well. So I just wanted to show you the journals and how they're packaged. They come in this beautiful little pouch. Each journal is a quarter, like I said, and I'll go through them in just a moment, but they also have different covers. So this is the winter journal for 2022. Second quarter that free gift came with a really cute little heart chalkboard. And here is some information on the journal itself. And then this is information on the company that she collaborated with in order to use this chalkboard as the free gift. And so I love the idea that she's collaborating with other people in order to use that as the free gift for the quarter too. I think that's really cool. And then your cover for your second quarter journal is really pretty as well. It is this, and I also found out that the person on the front of this cover is actually a customer of these journals. So she actually uses these journals. She's a customer. She purchases everything, and she submitted a photo, and you can also submit other photos that you think are really amazing, and she might even choose one of your photos to be on the cover of the journal, which I thought was really cool too, to kind of combine all of the community as well. Like I said, these are quarterly journals. They are meant to be used for 3 months at a time. They are going to include a lot of really cool things. So the first initial specs is they're 8x10 size journals. So it's a standard like notebook size that you would have like back in your college days. So they are 8x10. There's a total of 160 pages. It's got 80-pound paper, which is really amazing. It's a really thick paper. And it also has a soft touch laminated cover so it can repel spills and dirt and grime and apparently dog hair as well, which is amazing. It also has a wire O binding, which has a dark copper color to it, which matches kind of the color scheme of the actual journals as well. Each quarter, as you saw, does come with a free gift as well. And so let's go ahead and start with the winter one. So your journals are going to come with a lot of informational pages in it as far as what to do, how to use it. And again, this is something that was pretty unique to me that I haven't seen before. So I did spend quite a while to kind of read through everything. And so hopefully all of the information I'm going to be giving is not too overwhelming for you. So it does have a table of contents index type of thing because there's a lot of different things in this journal. First, you're going to see your welcome letter. The letter here in the front is different with each season. And so this one is kind of going over the just winter and beginning a new year and starting reflections. And then this one is just kind of like season of change for the spring. And so each letter has just kind of a different little setting to it. And you're also going to have your index or table of contents here because there's a lot of different things in this journal. And then you have little sections here saying what is included in the journal. So you've got suggestions and perspectives. And this is just kind of going over the structure of the journal. And then you have a vision board in here. You have areas for intentions and focus. And then you have habit trackers included. You have daily journal prompts. So you also have areas in here to jot down any goals that you have with different areas of life. You've got spiritual, abundance, growth, relationships, health, and fun. This is just ideas that you can do for anything that you want to bring more into your life. Like, what do you want to do for fun and what habit do you want to curate for this first quarter here? And then this says seasonal dream and paths. And it says choose one dream and list 3 different paths that you would like to try to take this season. So from your annual dreams page, you will take one dream from each location and put it here. And then you would write down 3 different paths that you would take in order to get to that. So if you wanted, to take a trip for your fun, then you would write down 3 ways that you would make yourself take that trip. Like, first you would research where you would want to go, then you would schedule it, and then you would write a packing list, for an example. Here that you list your first steps for each path that you have written on your January dream steps on page 16. So we'll get to that in a little while as well. You also have a spot for a vision board. And then you have monthly calendars in here as well. So the idea for this journal is to also double as a planner if you chose to do so. If you choose not to use it as a planner, you can also use this calendar to write affirmations or gratitude or your happiest moment for the day, or even something terrible that happened that day and how you reframed your thought for that as well. And then you've got your February monthly page, and then you have your March monthly page in here as well. And each monthly page has a spot at the top for you to write your intention for that month as well. I also like the idea of including all of these holidays. Like, some of these holidays are holidays that I never even knew. Let me get to, hang on just one second. Maybe it was in the spring. Okay. So National Plant a Flower Day, World Sleep Day and a full moon, World Poetry Day, International Women's Day, which I feel like a lot more people know about that one, but it's just a lot of really cool holidays. And then in your spring edition, your holidays are, hang on just one second. Okay. International Moment of Laughter Day, National Gardening Day, National Walking Day, which I think this is really cool because that could even give you like one new goal that you could do for that day. Like, hey, it's National Walking Day. Today I should go walk in nature. And so I love all of the unique holidays in here as well. International Tea Day. Like, I never even knew that some of these existed. I thought that that was like a really interesting touch to add all of those days to these journals as well. All right, so those are all of your monthly views. And then you get your first month broken down. This is page 16, so this is where it said to write down your paths. So for each of your seasonal dream paths that you wrote over on page 7, you're going to list 1 to 3 steps that you can take during this 1 month in order to lead you 1 step closer to actually creating that dream. And this habit tracker is really nice because I like that it's not overwhelming. So it's literally 2 things. You have 1 habit that you want to create and then 1 habit that you want to break. And I feel like that is so simple and totally doable that it could actually be obtainable. A lot of habit trackers, you get really flustered because they're really huge wheels and you feel obligated to fill all of them out. And it's just really difficult to keep up with so many habits if you're new to all of this. So for example, for this one, since you're starting a new journal, one habit you could try to make is to look in these pages every day. Even if you don't write something, just write, look at my journal every day. And then one habit to break would be like mindlessly scrolling on social media or whatever it is that's not working for you. And so just a couple of ideas for your little habit wheel as well. And then down here it says actions to stimulate this habit and make it enjoyable, and actions to discourage this habit and make it really unpleasant, which I thought was really cool. So the next pages we come in on are affirmations. So these are affirmations. And I like this page because affirmations is definitely something that I've been working really hard on. And it's really challenging for me to start creating affirmations. I've been doing a lot of Googling. And so she wrote a bunch of affirmations in here, and then she even left some that need to be filled out and finished so you can tweak them to make them cater to you and your personality and what you're working on as well. And then this is your daily pages. And so your daily pages are, weekends are combined on one page, and then your individual pages are your weekdays. And so for example, you've got like a little space to journal here. You've got my best win, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. Each page has either a quote or a little tip or a little story. And then this one is just a little story about traditional Chinese medicine, 5 elements, winter season characteristics. And then this is what your day of the week pages look like. And so you've got like a week at a glance right here. You've got your reflections, you've got things that you want to accomplish this week, how you're going to have fun this week, and one thing you can say no to this week. And then you've got a quote, and then you also have a mindfulness challenge here as well. And then these are your day pages. And so there's a lot of prompts on here, which I really like, because if you're starting to try and work on mindfulness, which is something that I've been doing over the past 6 months, it is a really difficult journey to start. And having all of these prompts is really nice, because even if you're having a really challenging day, you can sit down and you can pick up this book and you can immediately have words in front of your face to force you to reframe and rethink your day. Even though you had a really difficult day, there's still at least one thing that you noticed that was considered beauty for you. Maybe the sun was shining and it's been cloudy for a week, but you saw the sun. Maybe you saw some really cool clouds in the sky, or maybe you noticed, if you're a parent or you have a family, maybe you noticed one of your kids picking something up without asking. There's always things that you can do and find in your day that you can reframe and create goodness out of even a bad day. So you've got a little spot here to do a quick daily recap journal, your gratitude here, an affirmation, one thing that you can do today in order to move towards your dream, which is what you set up at the beginning, your commitment for self-care, your win, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. And that is Monday. And then you've got some very similar layout here on the other days. And then you have a little story here, and then you go to your next day. Again, very similar layout with another quote. And then again, your weekends are going to be combined here as well with, this is Celebrate National Bubble Bath Day, another day that is really cool and amazing that I never even knew about. And so it tells you how to create your own bubble bath, which, how fun is that? And so you're just going to go through that's your week here. And then as you go through and you end your week, you're going to have another little story here. And then you're going to have your weekly reflections and weekly at a glance for your next week, and another mindfulness moment challenge for this coming week. And then you go through the week again. And I just love the aesthetics of this journal. And we'll just go through a quick flip through of the winter journal here. And then I just love all of the little details that they've added to this. And with me, when I do a lot of my journaling, I do actually do decorative journaling for my my kind of daily recap journaling, but my process journaling is completely different. But I like the colors that they chose here, and I like that the text is different colors. You've got this kind of olive green or brown color mixed in with your black text. I love the idea of having all of the quotes and the mindfulness challenge each week. And then I'll just do another, like a real quick flip through. You can definitely see that there's definitely an aesthetic to this journal. So when you come to the end of the month, you have a page here, which is blank. You can either use it for a vision board again, or you can journal about how everything went in that month. You do have a reflections page here, and then you go into your next month. So if you're doing reflections and you just kind of have overflow, you can come over here, or you can even use this page throughout the month and kind of mark down, you know, interesting things that you had, memories that you had, anything like that as well. You're gonna have the same dreams path page here, and then your same habit tracker here. And then all of your pages again are going to be the same as far as your daily pages, with the same categories for an affirmation, a journal, a self-care, what your win was, gratitude, what is beautiful that you noticed about your day. And I think this is a really interesting journal because it's something that you can sit down with at the end of the day. It shouldn't take any more than 5 minutes or so to just kind of jot down these things that you had during your day as well. Today is Random Acts of Kindness Day. And then I like this page. This page is really pretty. So these are people in the JMB living community, and they each have their own little thoughts of ways to create warmth. And of course, that is in your February because this is the winter journal. This one says homemade soup and crunchy bread. That sounds fabulous. Warm drinks, sweaters, socks, blankets, and a fire, all of the cozy things. And so I like that she includes a lot of the community in this as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get through a couple more pages here. Oh, look at that cute little belly. All right, ooh, this is pretty. A coloring page. That's nice. This is a little blurb about powers of reflection, February reflections, and then you go into your March as well. And let's see if we get any other fun surprises. This is really fun flipping through this because I've noticed things in this that I haven't noticed in the first flip through I have. This is a little acronym on grace: gathering attention, recalling intention. International Women's Day. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a really pretty one. I love nature, so I like that a lot. Oh, this is nice. I like this. Says self-talk matters. Instead of saying no one will love me, you should try I deserve love as I am. Instead of saying I am broken, you can say I am healing. This is really cool. This is reframing. And this is something that I've been working a lot on, is reframing my negative thoughts. So I like that that is in here as well. So on their website, you'll notice that these, again, are quarterly journals. They are for 3 months. They are going to be purchased in 3 separate ways. You can either purchase one individually just to try it. You can purchase one as a recurring subscription, and you will get a shipment every 3 months, and you will get charged every 3 months. Or you can purchase the whole year at once and get recurring shipments, and you've paid for it already at the beginning of the year. Each quarter comes with a free gift. There is also a Facebook community that you can join, and they also offer emails or texts for daily tips. There is also a 30-day guarantee with this journal. So if you're not happy with it within your first 30 days of trying it, you can reach out to the company and they will give you your money back with no questions asked. Thing is, and then this is the end of the first quarter. And then you've got your reflections here. And then you also have a year at a glance. If you actually had like to utilize this, that would be nice. That would be my dogs. And then this is notes for next season. And then you've got your very end here with the website down here. They also offer additional things on their website as well. So definitely make sure that you check that out. So I'll do a very quick flip of the spring version. All right, so this one starts in April. So you've got April, May, and June here. All right, so I'm not going to do a lot of detailed talking about this one. I'll just go ahead and let you guys know other things that I've kind of already touched base on just as a recap. So each one of them comes with a vision board, dream and goal planning, weekly mindfulness challenges. They each have themes, and so there's a theme to the week. There's monthly habit trackers, there's journal prompts, there's blank pages at the end of the month for your reflections. There's a future annual calendar, which I just showed you in the last one. And then throughout your week, you've noticed that there's spread out. It could be quotes, poems, stories, or a DIY like that bubble bath, which I'm absolutely going to refer to later. International Moment of Laughter Day. How fun are these little things? I just love that. So a little more information on JMB as a company. So JMB, again, is joyful, mindful, and balanced. It is a women-led team. So everybody on the team are women, and their mission is to make mindfulness more accessible. And so they created these journals. They also do a lot of donations. So 25% of their journals have been donated to women's shelters, groups that are dealing with loss during COVID or family loss, job loss. And then I would definitely recommend going on the website and reading Julie's story. It's a pretty powerful story about her journey and what she went through and her rock bottom, and then coming out on the other side and just creating this company and these journals. And I can tell a lot of work and effort goes into these, because I couldn't even imagine just trying even to find all of these quotes and all of these little, oh, look, a recipe for lemon blueberry scones. I get so easily distracted. I'm like, squirrel. So again, I'll be bookmarking that one because that sounds amazing. See, look, bookmark. So it's just, I think it's a really well put together journal. World Baking Day. That would make sense for the recipe. And so overall, I'm actually pretty pleased with how everything looks. The paper is really, really thick. I'm going to write on one of the pages here in just a couple of minutes. And then I will use just whatever pen I'm using for the day. And then I'll show you kind of what the pages look like with some writing. Stop saying sorry. Yeah, I can't do that. I'll reframe. I can do that. I'm working on that. And so I think that everything is just really well put together. I love just kind of the aesthetics of this journal. It's just really pretty. It's very easy to look at. It's not overly decorated, but it's decorated just enough to kind of keep you interested in using it. And the size, I'm more of a smaller planner size type of person, but I also feel like the size works really well for this particular journal, just because there's a lot of additional information on each page, and I couldn't imagine trying to condense this down. So with this journal, this probably isn't something that you would be taking with you on the go. You might pack it for a road trip and use it in the evenings, you know, on your road trip to jot down memories and stuff. And so the size, I think, works really well for this, but for my personal use as a regular everyday thing to take out of the house, it wouldn't work for me. But again, I don't imagine most people taking this out of the house either. All right, so we're almost at the end here. And then you've got your, we're gonna just do this quick. You've got your last reflection for your last month, and then you've got notes for your next season. And then you have your end here. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I think this one had a pocket at the back. Yep, this one had a pocket and this one didn't. So I don't know if that was like a misprint. The pocket is kind of nice because you can also use this as a memory keeping journal, which I think would be really nice because that way you can kind of see your growth in mindset. And it's got so much information as far as affirmations and gratitude. It would be fun to flip through these pages, you know, a year down the road and see your personal growth as well. And the pocket is really nice because you could stuff like little love notes, things that your kids gave you, you know, any tickets or memories that you have throughout your quarter as well. So I like the idea of the pocket. So I'm not sure what happened here. I don't know if that was a misprint or if it was intentionally made without a pocket. So let me go ahead and find today, which is the 26th. All right, so here is the 26th. Pen that I'm going to be using is a Micron 08. This is a felt tip pen, and this is a pen that I have used on multiple different planners in addition to my journals, which have the Tomoe River paper. It shadows really bad on the Tomoe River paper. I'm guessing it's going to be a non-issue because this is 80-pound paper, but we're going to try it anyway. Some ideas that you can do in your journal. So it's been snowing here for almost a week solid, I feel like, and we're finally seeing the sun. I can see that the grass is starting to turn green, which is just one step closer to spring. And so these are just some ideas that I jotted down here for my day. All right, so here is just a little blurb of how my day has gone so far. I don't take naps very often, so that is like a huge thing for me. So that's definitely something that I wanted to document and write down. And then I'm just doing a really quick recap of what happened during the day. It's kind of mid-afternoon right now, so I didn't add a bunch other than the fact that I did have some joyful moments first thing in the morning. I purposely woke up very early in order to enjoy a cup of coffee and read alone in the quiet before the kids woke up and before the whole house woke up. And so those are some mindful moments that I'm trying to carve out throughout the entire day. Waking up early in the morning before the kids, or spending some time alone by myself in the evening after the kids go to bed. So now let's check out the paper. And so let's go ahead and turn the page and see what we have on the other side. So you can, I mean, if you really try, you can definitely see some ghosting, but look, there's absolutely no bleeding. And I chose a pen with the widest nib that I could possibly even own. I like super duper fine nib pens, and this one is the widest one. It's a 0.5 that I have. I don't have anything bigger than a 0.5. And so I love the paper, you guys. It's beautiful paper. What I'm going to be doing with this journal is I do think that I'm going to be keeping it in my little area with all of my other journals. I just recently set up my own little special area in the living room that I sit in for a half an hour after my kids go to bed. In that area, I just added all of my journals, my pens, my stickers, and that's my favorite way to decompress at the end of the day. So I will leave the link down below for this website, and I just want to say thank you again to Julie for sending these my way. I appreciate her reaching out and thinking of me and sending these over to me. I've been working on mindfulness for quite a while, so it's nice to have an additional tool in my toolbox. And the prompts each day are really nice because, like I said, even if you're exhausted and you don't feel like writing, this is a completely obtainable habit where you can easily sit down for 5 minutes, jot down your notes, and just be done. And that way you can still have that feel-good feeling of writing. So thank you again very much, Julie. I will go ahead and leave the website and all of the information down below as well. And feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions. If I can't answer them, I will definitely reach out to Julie. I'll also leave the JMB Living Instagram down below as well, so you can follow over there. And thank you so very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.